There are a few more steps you now have to take as a human being. The first one is to know that your destiny is too great to be distracted. Let me tell you, matter of success is not just matter of luck. It's not matter of chances. It's not matter of praise the Lord and the Lord shall bless you. No. In Igbo we say, Aka aja aja nebute onu manu manu. You see, we have wonderful thoughts and philosophies in the proverbs of our forefathers. Aka aja aja nebute onu manu manu. It's just similar to what we say in English. The way you make your bed, so you shall lie on it. You don't allow distractions in your life. Remain focused. The third point, remember that your success demands curious mind. We Africans will have a very big problem. What is our problem? Some of us learn to study. Some study to learn. Majority learn to study. Few study to learn. But we really hardly get any person who learns to produce. I hope it will be something in this regard where he talks about production economy, the same physics, chemistry and biology that our brothers in the Western world, the same thing they study, the same Newton's law of motion, the same Gay-Lussac's law of gases, the same thing basically we study here. We get professors, we get everything, we get great men with first class and all. What have we been able to produce? The reason is obvious. We hardly develop that curious mind, that inquisitive mind to become very curious. You have to tell yourself today, just as philosophy started in wonder and curiosity is the feeling of philosophers. Even though it's like the Westerners came, we are moving this way, they turned us the other way. It's not enough for us to sit down and continue complaining. We now have to make use of what we have and do something. This is where I praise, and I will forever praise, those great men that backed Ikem and Newi during the Nigerian Civil War. Don't say, oh, he's telling a story that is older than him. That's part of it, but at least we read it up. Imagine this man has only 122 rifles when the war started, and yet the Biafrans were able to hold the Nigerian military might, supported by the British, by France, by Russia, for 3 years. And the same people were able to use the engine of a Volkswagen to produce a plane. That is what it means to be curious. More of invention, necessity. We must know that we're in that condition now, and you need to get up, have that curious mind, that mind to think and ask yourself, if this is so, why not that one? And always remember this simple mathematical principle: I plus P is equal to D. Instinct plus purpose is equal to destiny. Other than this, always be a lion and go for what you want. Never be a lamb. A lamb stays at home crying, waiting for father. But the lion, the king of jungle, even though they say he sleeps for 18 hours, but I tell you, he never took any nonsense, any trash. Don't just wait for something to come to you. Go for it. Be positive about it. Be optimistic about it, and make sure you get it. And then next point, always order your steps towards your destiny by prioritizing what is important to you and then try to fulfill it. You can only do this if you're able to discipline yourself, what they call in Greek, sophron. If you're able to say, this is the time I'm going to use my phone. This is the time for me to bend down and study. When you want to study, it is your time to study, knowing that your future is mostly dependent on this. That your primary responsibility at this hour is your studies. Take your phone, put it somewhere, go and charge it, put it in silence, or even turn it off. Face your studies. And then maybe you go to bed usually at 11 p.m., 10 minutes to 11, get up, look at your phone, go through the call log and see those who called you, know who you are going to call back. Then after that, if somebody calls you and the person didn't get you, let the person call you back tomorrow. That is why you're a student. That means you know what you're doing. Try to cultivate that great mind and leave behind small thinking. Because small thinking can never really lead to something great. In this point, associate with people who will pull you up and lead you towards the actualization of your destiny. Don't be messing with people who will rather bring you down. Be friends with people who will help you become better. And avoid every level of toxicity. With toxic friends, people who complain, people who are jealous of you, who try to pull you down instead of leading you to something that will help you actualize your dreams. And above all, always try as much as possible to be flexible. Many of us Africans, we are so rigid, especially with the so-called religion of Christianity of today, which actually is not true spirituality. We have become so rigid that hardly do we try to accommodate developments, but the world continues to move fast. The other day, I was trying to read out something on AI, and I was shocked to see the level white people, where they have gotten to. And what are we doing here? We talk about a new life, we talk about boyfriend, girlfriend, all these nonsense things, when people are moving so fast, and many are wasting their time jumping. The biggest factory we have now in Nigeria is nothing but the church. Look at Rwandan president, what he did to the church there. That's why people got sanitized. I am a priest, but I want to tell you, if we want to do better here in this country, we must be very careful with what we call spirituality, which is not true spirituality. What is happening here today? In the night, people don't sleep. Because you get this prayer monger who organizes this prayer session online on Facebook from 9 p.m. to 12, another one from 12 to 3. And people hop from one Facebook channel to another channel following this prayer. When do you sleep? When you know that when your brain is not very well oscillated, you're going to be in trouble. And then be passionate about what you do. Be passionate about it. There is treasure in everything that is positive. Be optimistic about it. Be passionate about it. Pursue it and make sure you get it. Always remember that the world does not and can never give you what you desire. The world gives you what you deserve. And what you deserve comes from the effort you put into what you are doing. This is where I have to stop it for today. And from next week, we are going to get into another series that we now have to get deep into our spiritual life. Because I see that people now talk about deliverance, talk about spirit husband, one-man spirit, and all this trash. We shall take time to study different demons, different spirits, and what we can do, the authority of a believer, how we can do to handle some of these things. Look up towards that, and we are going to study it. Thank you, and God bless you.